Keo, we're in a predicament.
You don't know what to say for the intro?
Keo, no. Usually Swanson does that, and he's just gone. Where is he?
I think he died.
Last time I saw him, that storm was coming in, and he spread his arms out and was like, "Behold!" And then there was a flash of lightning, and I didn't see him.
Oh, I saw him. He got picked up by the wind and thrown into the sky.
Oh. Well, I guess that narrows down the places he could possibly be.
Yeah, he's in the sky, dead.
You mean his body hasn't come back to the ground yet?
Well, no. It's like, when you go up high enough, you become like a cloud. You float.
Oh. So you're saying he burnt up in the atmosphere?
Yeah. Either that or he went into space and became one of the stars.
Do you think it's a shooting star now?
I don't think that's a star. I think that's like a like a meteor.
Oh.
Or maybe he's just like a face in the sky that's gonna wink at us.
I hope so. When you think about it, stars are basically clouds in the night sky.
But there's also clouds in the night sky sometimes.
Those don't count.
I guess not.
Okay, so we were supposed to watch television, but Swanson wasn't here.
And,
so
without Swanson, we just kind of get off track and we just start watching anime.
Yeah, we kind of watched a little-known thing from 1983 called Golgo 13. I guess this isn't a real TV tuners, but it's a little something,
It's a bonus episode.
Yeah.
We watched some kind of visual media, and now we're recording a podcast about it.
There were moving pictures on our screens, and we looked at it. We
examined it.
And now we're going to tell you what we saw.
Yeah, and we're going to observe this from a feminist lens.
Maybe not.
Or with a feminist lens. How do you say that?
I think we need a feminist perspective on this movie, but I don't know if we can provide that. I don't know if we should provide that. I don't know if America is ready for us to provide it.
Do you think this film was worthy of critical, evaluation?
I think, maybe from a cinematography point of view, you could do an essay or article on this.
On confusing framing and disorienting camera angles.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in this movie. Imagine something as insane as Samurai Cop, but also as incoherent as The Room.
I can't say I can imagine it. I saw it.
I know. You saw it, but can you imagine it?
I couldn't have before I saw this.
Exactly. Okay. So first off, we start off with this guy at the airport, this businessman, getting off a plane. And then this really stoic, stone-faced man shoots him from afar with a M16.
Yeah, this man has one expression, and it's just
the most neutral face.
It's not even neutral. It's just
he's kind of serious.
He's kind of serious. He's kind of just unhappy.
He's very grumpy.
Does he ever change that expression ever?
Not in this movie, but I did look at some other media, but I don't think he does smart. He makes jokes sometimes. It sparks.
In this movie, he has no sense of humor. He makes that same grouchy face as he's having sex.
He's like that. He's sort of like that guy you keep posting on Twitter. The best guy, I mean.
Yeah, that guy is the best. But
do you think he might be that guy?
An assassin?
Do you think he might be Golgo 13's son? That's his name, by the way.
He might be his dad.
He is. I don't know, because this is from 1983, so.
I guess so. He'd have to be really old for that to work, because that's a color picture.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this shooting at the airport, by the way, all it does is establish that he's a sniper, elite assassin man.
Yeah, They take a while with it, and yeah, we get it. He's an assassin. Thank you, movie.
Well, no, it's like a minute. It's like less than a minute, and then we get the CGI intro with a skeleton shooting another skeleton.
Yeah, there's lots of bone at the beginning of this.
Or maybe it's just one skeleton shooting itself, and it's supposed to.
Look, is this symbolism, or is it just they wanted to put a skeleton?
I looked at the comic. That skeleton is like the logo for the table of contents. Like it's in the corner. It's in the corner, right?
We did not need any extra time establishing that this guy was an assassin because we see that for the entire movie.
Yeah, because in
the very next scene, we see him assassinate someone.
No, the next scene we see him having sex with a prostitute, and then
the very next
and then his info boy comes in and tells him about a job he has.
Wait, that was a prostitute?
I don't know. I really don't.
Well, it might as well have been because that woman's only role in the movie was to have sex with him.
While he's having a discussion about the mission. So yeah, this priest guy, his family in Italy got murdered by a rival mob guy. So he hires Golgo 13 to assassinate the mob boss, Dr. Z.
And he's like, I'll do it.
And then the priest is like, God, please punish this crime, and then shoots himself.
Yeah, he wanted revenge, so he hired someone to get the revenge, but then before it even he kills himself.
Wait, hold on. Is he asking God to punish the crime of hiring a hitman or suicide?
Both?
Because those are both big no-nos in the Catholic faith.
Well, whatever the case is, I'm sure he got forgiven because he asked for it.
Yeah, God's good on that. The Christian God's big on forgiveness.
He's a really chill guy. As long as you obey him and, ask for forgiveness, it's chill. He's just like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you just gotta accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
And you can't eat shellfish, I don't think.
Well, you can, but you just have to say you're sorry after you eat it.
Also, if you're making a gold cast statue, it can't be a bowl for some reason.
Well, that's because they're back in the day, there was these rival religions.
People kept making statues and worshiping them. They couldn't help it.
Yeah, I mean, that was not cool. That was God was not with that. That trend was just so out.
When Michelangelo made that stone bust of that naked dude, the Pope got really nervous.
Well, who wouldn't?
That's why they had to put that leaf on top of his dong, so people wouldn't worship it.
Well, that didn't even stop them, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, speaking of this movie, no dongs, but a ton of female full frontal nudity.
Yeah, this movie just decided it just wanted
This is full on Cinemax levels.
And what did it add to the movie, would you say?
I mean it's 1983, so I guess you do have to have a bunch of gratuitous nudity in your anime, but there's a limit. We'll get into that. I want the viewers at home to try to predict how many times a woman gets her clothes torn off, or tears it off, or takes it off.
And predict how many of the women in this movie, came out unscathed.
Oh god. That too. Okay, so Golgo 13 goes to Italy and scopes out the mob boss's daughter. Oh, do they even give her a name?
I don't know.
And our first scene is her going on the beach and taking off her top to go swimming.
Yeah, immediately, first scene we see of her, yep, she's topless.
And then Golgo 13, Duke Togo is his real name. Which I don't think they even mention that besides one time in the movie.
Yeah, he's Golgo 13.
Yeah, I don't know. Duke Togo's easier to say, I think.
Golgo 13 is easier to say than Duke Togo.
So anyway, Golgo 13 just shows up to this bar that she's hanging out at and beats up one of her bodyguards, by punching him in the gut so hard he passes out.
He's a strong boy. He's got the muscles.
And that really impresses her, so they immediately have sex.
What else?
Yeah.
What else would a woman do when encountered with this stone-faced man?
We're less than 10 minutes into this movie, and we're seeing more titties in the room. By the same metric of film time. And the guy's already shot himself. So really, Tommy Wiseau is getting outdone on all fronts here.
Yeah, I mean, he really wussed out, Tommy Wiseau. I'm pretty sure he saw this and was like, I want to make a movie that has this kind of stuff.
Oh man, I would cast Tommy Wiseau as Golgo 13.
Do you think he'd even be able to keep that expression? Do you think he would just
I think he could.
Do you think he'd ham it up?
I think he could keep that expression until he started talking, and then he would smile warmly whenever he said anything. Okay, so
I almost imagine him not talking because he barely says anything.
he's
And then the stuff he does say it just gets ignored.
he's just like, who killed you? Do they know about me? Okay, so yeah, there's this. So after they have sex, the lady gets the phone call from Dr. Z, her father, and she's like, please don't kill my one-night stand friend.
Yeah, she's like, he's not a threat, he's unarmed.
Yeah, please, just let him be. And she tells Golgo 13 to leave Italy. And, okay, how did Golgo 13 figure out the real big plot twist? Oh, yeah.
He
checked
the
they go riding horses. And the lady's like, you need to leave Italy. And she rides off on her horse to go skinny dipping some more.
And then at that moment, he gets ambushed.
By her bodyguards, who he kills mercilessly.
He just slaughters the entire lot of them.
You know, I kinda like the action scenes in this movie when it's not like just still images of him diving through the air.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. But
there's it's not really very exciting.
Yeah,
you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but I mean, that's sort of a problem with all action movies if you're not. I'll give this movie credit. Golgo 13 does get kind of fucked up over the course of this film. Like, he gets shot and stabbed a lot, but.
Well, here's the thing you have to do in an action movie. You know that the hero is going to be okay, but you have to make it like an intrigue to see how he's going to do it. But in this one, it's just like the guys come, they shoot at him, he shoots back, he wins, and that's it.
And then at the end, he goes to a place to kill a guy, and there's some other guys in his way.
And he kills them.
Yeah, but that's far better than this part of the movie, since, you know.
Yeah, and
it's not completely objectifying women, like.
Yeah, and during the scene where he's slaughtering these guys,
he slaughters the guys, and she's swimming in a river valley,
and nude.
Yeah, what? Yeah, it's just a complete juxtaposition of violence and sexual imagery, and while she's swimming, after he murdered all the bodyguards, he goes back to the mansion and just checks on the phone and finds out it's a fake, revealing that lady is Dr. Z.
He did that after or before?
After, I think.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Or maybe before, but then
I'm pretty sure we first find out about this when she comes back, and he's like, "You're Dr. Z," and she's like, "How did you know?" And he's like, "I checked the phone; it's fake." So like, if he knew that, why didn't he? No.
If he knew that, he would have killed her before the bodyguard showed up.
No, I'm pretty sure that he knew but didn't kill her.
Oh, I think he needs to confirm it. I don't think he's the sort of guy who kills people on suspicions. Because, you know, he's a professional, as this movie is titled.
Yeah, he just has sex with people's daughters as a professional.
Well, it was her idea, I think.
Yeah, he went along with it.
I mean, at no point in this movie does Golgo 13 actually proposition anyone for sex. It's just the women ask him, or, you know, in the first case, it's just they're in the middle of sex and we don't know how that got started.
Yeah, so he's just very okay with sex. He's just like on
so yeah,
with
it. he tells her that he figured it all out over the car phone. And they had the showdown on the beach where she rides at him on a horse with a gun, and he just no-scopes her with his AR.
He just shoots her in the heart, or not even in the heart, but just like in the sternum, and she dies.
Because, you know, Golgo 13 can do any shot.
He's the perfect gunman.
Okay, and while this is happening, some guys are spying on him. And so when Golgo 13 goes back to talk to his assistant guy, he's murdered. Well, he's not murdered, he's strung up, like, with some knives. And these, like, low-budget knockoff Fist of the North Star villains attack him from the shadows.
Like, I don't understand why those guys were even in the movie. like there's a guy who, like...
Oh, yeah, they're completely...
There's a guy who brandishes his knife, and every single time he does it, he licks it.
And they, like, die minutes later. when the Snake Man appears, but we'll get to that in a second.
There's a hook hand guy.
Oh, yeah. What was the third guy? I think he had, like, a chain?
He had 2 spikes in his hands. He impales Golgo with it, and he's
Golgo's like, Well, yeah, he's a professional. He can shrug off pain.
He can shrug off being impaled.
So yeah, Golgo 13 runs out the front of this building. It's a church. And like there's a bunch of dudes with guns and they light him up and he just ducks out of the way.
Yeah, he's fine.
And those guys inside the building, the 3 guys, were also fine too. And Golgo just escapes by riding a speedboat out the back of the church.
It was a coastal church.
Why didn't he just go for the speedboat instead of running out the front door? You'd think if you're being assassinated, that wouldn't be your first escape route.
He had
a
speedboat ready as a backup plan.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, did we mention how when the guy strung up and stabbed to the wall, Goku 13 just asked if he told him anything and doesn't even, like...
He doesn't ask what happened.
Well, he does, but he doesn't really, like, show any compassion. He doesn't even put him out of his misery. He just leaves him there to die.
Yeah, and he doesn't even put his guard up as he's talking to this guy. He literally gets ambushed moments later by the same guys who did it.
You'd think he would be a little bit on edge for a professional, but... Okay, so then he rides that speedboat all the way to San Francisco. But for some reason, the L from Chicago is there? Which kind of confused me, but...
It's San Francisco, Chicago.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
And so he meets, like, Velma from Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
And she gives him a sweet car and some
guns that she personally modified to be, like, extremely powerful.
I think she gave him some special bullets because she had to shoot a guy behind a bulletproof window, so he had to fire an automatic salvo.
Yeah,
so anyways...
These are the best guns.
So guess what? So after he gets the car and the guns, guess what Velma does?
She propositions him for sex immediately.
And they have sex, like, in front of this neon.
Yeah, for some reason they decided that this scene deserved silhouetted sex, but the other ones just deserved, like, full nudity.
And this whole time, she's talking about how much Golgo means to her and how she wishes she would love him. And you know what, Keel? I kind of had this lurking suspicion that this was not in the original Japanese version.
It was very verbose, and Golgo had no reaction to it whatsoever.
But to be fair, that's his normal state of being, as far as we can tell.
I mean, he couldn't even just say okay or something.
What? So, like, I want you to be in my life more. Please accept me. Okay.
Or he could say, or
no.
He could just be...
I'm very busy. I have to kill this ex-Nazi. Or current Nazi?
I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, he didn't say...
Okay, so at this point... Yeah.
He could have said no. He could have just been like, no.
No. I think that would have been worse than silence. I'm sorry, Velma.
Or how about just, I can't.
What if he just grabbed her glasses and threw them away? I ran off while she was looking for them. Because that's how you get rid of Velma.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so at this point it's revealed that, like, the CIA, the FBI, and what was the third one?
I don't know.
I think it was the KGB.
What?
Well, one of those guys looked like Revolver Ocelot.
I don't know.
So they've hired a snake man.
Wait, we didn't even finish talking about this female character. So Golgo goes to leave, and he instructs this lady, like, you know, you need to get out of here.
We're being followed. Go take a bus.
And she's like, do you think I'm in danger? He's like, well, yeah, probably.
Take 3 buses and leave the city.
Take three different taxis.
I know. But, you know, buses are cheaper. She should have taken 3 buses out of town. Yeah, but she doesn't leave town at all. She just hangs out in her car place.
Yeah, like, listening to Golgo is very much optional if you're a female character in this movie.
So anyway, we need to backtrack a little to the introduction of the Snake Man, which according to Wikipedia is a genetically altered assassin. Which I don't think the movie mentioned. He just lizards on screen and kills those 3 dudes from earlier. As proof of his murder prowess.
Yeah, and for some reason...
Snake guy, he also looks like a Fist of the North Star guy, or like a Hunter x Hunter villain from like before they had Nin.
I don't even understand why this guy was a thing. I don't...
So he could rape that lady. Because, you know, the first thing he does after killing those men, is immediately slither up to that lady and be like,
no.
"Oh, you're next. I want you."
And then the next thing he does is he murders Velma.
Oh, yeah. But luckily he doesn't rape her. He just slits her throat with yo-yos, you know.
Yeah, his death yo-yo. That's like a very snake-themed weapon.
What do you think about it? Yo-yos are like snakes.
Well,
the string part is.
Yeah, I mean, a yo-yo doesn't have any limbs.
Yeah, they don't have appendages. They basically have to use their heads to attack you.
And I guess they coil.
Yeah. And they're really good at rolling around.
Yeah, like snakes do.
He'll just bite his tail.
And tails.
That's how they get around.
Ouroboros, that's right.
That's how they get around fast.
Yeah.
That's why people keep getting surprised by snakes, because they just can go.
They're like death wheels. They like roll up.
They're like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
they're like that. No, they're like that. They're like that enemy from the first Sonic the Hedgehog. That imitates Sonic.
The wannabe Sonic thing. Yeah.
That rolls up, and for some reason, it keeps getting you every fucking time.
Yeah.
It's worse.
Exactly
it's worse.
Snakes
It's worse than that stupid invisible guy.
It really is, because they come off screen really fast and get you.
Okay, so where were we?
Snake guy.
Snake guy, yeah, threatens the lady with rape and then murders Velma. And Golgo 13 has a car chase.
Yeah, he's dealing with all these hired goons,
which I think are FBI agents.
I have no idea who's at.
They're definitely using police cars. Like they have sirens.
Somebody wants Golgo.
So they got
dead.
the FBI, the CIA, and the Army.
I don't know.
I mean, maybe I should check this out on Wikipedia to see if it says who that third guy was. These three guys, they don't really do much in the film. The three boss guys.
Yeah, I mean, they're
just
pretty much irrelevant.
Like, Golgo doesn't even kill them. They don't get killed by their guy who's employing them.
They just like give up.
Oh, we completely skipped over the part of the film that sets up the entire plot. Where he kills that guy on the yacht who's getting married? No, he's taking over the company.
Yeah, he snipes him.
And it's revealed that his dad is hiring the FBI, the CIA, and let's see. Oh, hold on, I didn't open up the plot synopsis for the movie. I opened up the franchise article.
Do it.
Oh, it's a military force led by Lieutenant Bob Bragan.
Oh.
So yeah, there's the U.S. Army's also trying to kill him.
And they are successful.
I guess it explains that scene at the end of the movie, but we'll get to that. So yeah, there's this car chase where Golgo 13 does the ramp from Speed and lands its car on two wheels and has to what does he do with the steer? He does some extreme driving to regain its balance.
He's the best driver.
Did we mention this car has a license plate that says laser?
We did not.
Oh my god, that's the most 80s thing imaginable.
I can't...
Even though this looks like a little Volkswagen.
Look.
It's not really a cool car now that I think about it.
It's a really fast, strong car that Golgo 13 drives, so it's cool.
And then after he does that sweet jump, he immediately crashes and it explodes and bursts into flames, and he has to ambush these guys in this underpass.
And he does, and he's highly successful.
Yeah. One guy manages to shoot him after crashing his car, which immediately explodes.
This movie
just
got completely nonsensical after a certain point.
This movie has a bad take on vehicle physics as well. Also, he shot the Nazi with those bullets. It was a really cool sequence, but yeah, it happened.
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah, he did it. He made the shot.
He always makes the shot. So
at this point, Golgo 13 goes to this flooded junkyard and talks to his hippie friend. He kind of gave off a hippie vibe to me, did he?
I don't know. He was just some guy to me.
It was Junkyard Boy.
Yeah, they just hung out in this.
He asked him who's trying to kill him, and I guess that guy goes and figures it out while Golgo 13 does something else. Meanwhile, Company Dad yells at the CIA, the Army, and the FBI for not killing Golgo 13. And in this scene, there's like two critical revelations. One, that he was behind the assassination of JFK.
Of course.
And he employed the FBI and the CIA, and presumably the Army, to do so.
Yeah, this was a very, very minor plot point.
And two, if he felt like it, he could just use a nuke to kill Golgo 13.
But he doesn't.
Also,
too extreme.
He's so powerful he could wreck the economy of the nation if you get really pissed off.
He's a great guy, but he can't kill Golgo 13.
So they decide they need to hire two more hitmen? Because even though Snake Man hasn't actually done anything yet?
Do we talk about how, like, the rich guy, like, gives...
Oh, no! He gives his daughter-in-law to Snake Man. Oh, God. Oh, God. And this is, like, the scene
It was horrible.
Oh, God.
Snake Man is just like, I want your daughter. And he's like, all right.
Okay, I'm not going to try to even negotiate. Even though I've got like two other hitmen I'm hiring on the way.
Two much more powerful hitmen.
I don't know if they were more powerful. I think the snake guy got more done.
What do you mean? What did he get done? He just killed Velma. Anyone could have killed Velma.
No, but like at the end, he really cuts up Golgo 13 while all that one dude does is kind of strangle him for a bit and then get his skull clubbed in. Okay, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit where we can argue about the power levels of these guys. Okay, so there's a rape scene in this movie. What?
Yeah, just out of the blue.
Like there's so much going on. Like first off, she's let into this room by the butler, who locks the door on him or on her pronouns.
Yeah. And the snake man's just like, time for some raping, some snake rape.
And then it's like 2 fucking minutes and. The background fades away and they're like in a field of flowers or some shit.
We skipped this part.
We skipped over this. And so yeah, then he goes to hire the two legendary hitmen, Gold and Silver. Okay, so their backstory. I'm gonna blame this on the translation, but that still doesn't make sense. So the Army had this experiment, where they would send 40 professional hitmen into this gorilla-infested jungle without food or weapons.
Seems
that's the experiment. I don't know what they were trying to find out.
Oh, okay. And then cyborgs happened.
Oh, the cyborg dude. There's these two cyborg dudes who, after 40 days, killed everyone, including the 38 other hitmen. And 2,000 gorillas with their bare hands. And they went to prison. They somehow ended up in prison. I don't even know how you would arrest someone like that. Like, that's like trying to.
And now they're not in prison
because the FBI and the CIA got them out.
And they're hired to kill Golgo 13.
Okay, and so then. My recollection of this film gets a little muddy. The film kind of gets a little more incoherent here. So first off,
Golgo has to assassinate this rich guy.
Because he's trying to kill him, because he finds out he's behind it from his junkyard friend, whose family is taken hostage by the company guy. So he has to shoot Golgo 13 and fails. But he apologizes right before doing it.
What a nice guy.
And apparently the company guy has the butler who facilitated the rape train his granddaughter to shoot people.
But she's not even very good at it because she misses her shot.
Like, yeah, she has her wait at the airport with the butler with a stuffed doll with a gun in it for Golgo 13 to show up. She shoots, misses, and then the butler draws his own gun and gets gunned down by Golgo 13, who calmly walks away.
Golgo does not murder the child.
Yeah, well, he's a professional.
He's just like, that's sick.
He works like off a big boss code, except he also murders women.
I mean, like, I don't know. He just kind of ignores the little girl after he kills the butler. I think he was in danger. He just walks away like nothing happened.
He just walks out of that airport after shooting someone. But I guess
I guess
it is
threatened by the little girl.
Man, airports were awesome before 9/11 happened.
Yeah, you could just walk around with a gun and it was fine.
I get into shootouts with British men.
And like the security doesn't do anything.
Oh man. Like I would have loved to read the newspaper from that day.
Butler 8-year-old found dead.
8-year-old girl attempted assassin. Nation of assassin. Man.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, now Golgo's in the company guy's city of New York, which we get a big pan over the city, and the World Trade Centers are there. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And so Golgo 13 is gonna assault this building, and he kind of comes over prepared, I think, because his plan of entering the building is he drives a motorcycle in there, leaps off, shoots it with his AR-16 so it explodes, but there's nobody there in the lobby.
He's just like, time to go do this.
And so he makes his way up the stairs to the server room, because every office building has one of those.
Of course.
In 1983. Oh, yeah. No, he gets attacked. We forgot. On the way up there, CGI Army helicopters attack him. And this is 1983 CGI, so it looks like, every PC game from the 90s.
Looks great.
Oh, God. I imagine to take one of them down with his gun.
Well, yeah, it's pretty easy to shoot those down with bullets.
And, all the other ones just disappear for some reason.
Well, they ran away after he saw him take out the other one. And
so then Snake Man attacks and uses his yo-yo to get rid of his M16. I apologize for using M16 and AR-16 interchangeably for all the gun nerds out there.
It's okay. I don't respect gun nerds anyway.
I don't respect guns. They killed my parents.
Yeah, the gun just fell off the shelf and it went off.
Well, no. Yeah. My dad should have handled his guns better.
Yeah.
We told him to get a safe, but he was like, no, those are for cowards.
Yeah, he just leaves it on a shelf.
And then the earthquake happened and my parents died.
Yeah.
Okay, so Snake Man attacks and uses his yo-yos to disarm him of the M16. And they fight into the elevator, which starts going down.
Yeah, they're having a good old brawl.
Golgo 13 is getting his shit pushed in a little bit.
But
he
then,
tried to use his revolver, but that gets knocked out.
But then, a helicopter shows up and just shoots.
No. There's a point where the elevator stops going down, and that's where the fight turns around, because symbolism.
I don't know.
Golgo 13 pulls out a knife out of his boot, and he starts getting the upper hand, and the elevator starts going back up. Get it?
Oh,
Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
And then the helicopter shoots the Snake Man.
Yeah,
and Golgo 13's just like, yeah, that happened, and he picks up his revolver.
He doesn't have any comment about it. He just walks away. He's just like,
well, he kind of hobbles away because he got cut up.
Yeah, but then gold and silver arrive.
Okay, so explain gold and silvers.
They're cyborgs.
One of them has a body armor. They have body armor at the very least.
One of them has asymmetric eyes.
One of them has a Vega mask.
Yeah.
The other one has an arm shield. Who was it from Mega Man? Who was it from Mega Man that had the shield? Zero, I think, or Proto Man? Yeah, Proto Man. And that allows him to block the bullets from Golgo's revolver.
But not that they need to block bullets, because Golgo gets direct hits on them and they're unharmed. They're just
no, they fall over dead and then get back up.
So they're zombie cyborgs?
Or maybe they're just cyborgs.
But whatever the case is,
they take a lot of punishment, but they don't do as much as the Snake Man did, I don't think.
They're clearly extremely powerful, but
they fucking get it. Golgo 13 bashes in the blue guy's skull, and then when he tries to get up, Golgo unloads his revolver into his face.
Can Gold and Silver talk?
Well, they can make noises like, Eee! Maybe they have dialogue in the Japanese version, I don't know. We chose not to look at the subtitle version because that wouldn't be in the spirit of the 80s.
I don't understand these two. They're like really like strong, but they don't do anything.
They should have had.
Yeah, they don't use the guns, but they like punch or something.
They use martial arts.
And like one of them is like strangulating Golgo.
But Golgo has a gun, so he just beats him with it.
But then it's like a delayed reaction where like.
Well, he had to like hit him like 8 or 12 times.
And then like you see him bleed a little bit, and then like he just kind of like falls over.
And then Golgo shoots him in the head repeatedly, so he doesn't get up. I don't think. Wait, is that how he takes out Blue Guy? Did we mention that Silver is blue and not silver?
So blue is pretty close to silver,
I guess. Like they could have made him gray or anything. Come on.
I don't know. So
anyway, company
he has a mask and a really ugly face.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's how he takes him out. How did I forget? Yeah, Silver leaps at him, and Golgo just kind of ducks under him, but puts a grenade in his mouth, and his head gets blown off.
He tosses the grenade as he runs by, and it like
it decapitates him. It doesn't explode his head; it decapitates him.
Yeah, and he defeated him.
And so, company guy's watching this on the security cameras, and he's just like, okay, I give up. You can stop trying to kill him, helicopter guys, I guess.
And Golgo's in his room already, pointing a gun at him. He's just like...
And, yeah, and this company guy is just like...
He gives a speech about why he's mad.
And how Golgo 13 has literally no human empathy. Which, as far as this movie indicates, he has a fair point. Yeah. And so he leaps out the window so Golgo can't kill him. And at this point, we get a voiceover from the dude on the yacht that Golgo shot at the beginning of the film. And there's a plot twist that the guy who got shot hired Golgo to shoot him because he didn't want to take over his dad's company.
What a twist.
And he left a letter for his dad. But his dad was so upset he decided to kill Golgo 13. And force his daughter-in-law into sexual slavery anyways. And while he's falling to his death, Golgo shoots him in the skull.
What?
And then he hits the ground and bounces and then falls another height and explodes into a bloody gift, so nobody could even tell he shot him.
Do you think Golgo just like wanted to see if he could get the shot, so he went ahead and tried it out?
No, he knew he could get the shot. He was just making his point.
He was just like, no, I can kill you. Check this out. I can make the shot.
To be fair, I don't think it would be that difficult of a shot. I mean, he's only falling down. He's not like moving horizontally or along the Z-axis.
You have to make the shot pretty quickly. Like, that falls doesn't take that long. It was just in slow motion.
Well, I guess it would be like a few seconds, like maybe 10 seconds. We don't really know how tall that building was because he did take an elevator up there.
I guess.
And okay, so we get to the end of the movie. That lady who got raped by the snake, the daughter-in-law, is now a prostitute, and Golgo just walks by her on the street, and they exchange glances, and Golgo walks away, and she pulls out a gun and tries to shoot him, but misses. And apparently, it's just a still shot of Golgo walking away, and nobody on the street seems to care.
Well, it's Golgo 13. Who cares when people get shot?
So, my question is, was Golgo feeling like remorse? Or was this a complete coincidence?
I don't know. Like, how they even crossed paths.
Oh, I guess that... Well, she was a prostitute.
Oh,
so I guess they're naturally attracted to him.
I think Golgo just, like, goes in those crowds a lot because he likes prostitutes. Because he likes having sex with them and not making any expression.
But apparently
I just couldn't believe it. There was a woman on top of him having sex with him, and he was stone-faced.
I'm not even sure he orgasmed.
Do you think his expression changes at all when he does?
I think he blinks. Okay, so... What else did you say besides the second rape scene we skipped over?
Oh yeah, where she's just taking a shower and it's just like, oh,
Snake Man slithered up behind. Fuck this movie. If it wasn't for those rape scenes, I'd recommend this wholeheartedly.
You would?
Yeah, I would put it up there with like Samurai Cop or Blood Debts in terms of bad movies to watch.
This movie was like a fever dream.
That's why it's so beautiful, but that rape scene, why was...
You had to be against Snake Man, the non-main villain of the movie.
No, it was supposed to show how the rich guy had fallen to depravity, but he was already employing his child as his granddaughter as an assassin.
I mean,
wouldn't that be enough?
It removed him from it so many times that you don't even care what he did, because it's like you don't see him rape the woman, you see Snake Man do it, and you see the butler lock the daughter in.
Yeah.
Like, if he had personally locked her in there, then maybe. But, like, he had the butler do it.
Yeah.
And he had the butler train the
you
daughter,
know what?
too.
Yeah, there's no catharsis for Golgo killing him. It's more satisfying to see the Snake Man get shot up.
Yeah, and the Snake Man got shot up for, like, no reason. Like, he got shot up by the guys on his side.
Yeah, but, I mean, we all knew Golgo was winning that fight. It was about to fuck him up.
Why couldn't we get to see him do that?
Like, just give him a really brutal knife kill.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think this movie would have any problem with Golgo 13 stabbing a dude super brutally. Considering we saw a literal decapitation.
And a rape.
Oh. No. So, yeah.
That's Golgo 13.
So maybe don't watch. I don't know if you should watch it or not. Don't pay money to watch it. Definitely don't do that.
Yeah, don't support this monetarily. I don't know who the money will go to, but just don't.
Oh, well, this movie was made by Tokyo Movie Studios, also known for such hit animes as Detective Conan and Sonic X.
What?
Yeah, they made those. This studio has quite the pedigree. They also did the Shida no Joe anime.
What's that?
It's a guy who's a boxer. It was the original boxer guy anime before Hajime no Ippo.
Oh, a Punch Boy anime, okay.
Yeah, Punch Man. Not Punch Man. That's something.
Multiple Punch Man.
Quite a series of punches. Not even a combination, but multiple combinations.
Yeah, just lots of punches, man.
Yeah. Okay, so what more do we have to say, Keo? Usually Swanson's here to direct us, but...
Oh, we have a sponsorship.
Oh, shit, we do?
Oh, yeah. Dr. Gold sponsoring the bonus episode.
Yes? We didn't even tell him about that.
He found out. He knows what's going on.
Oh, man. Okay, so what do we got here?
Okay, well, we've got the Dr. Gold investment machine.
So, wait, okay, what's the difference between an investment machine and just a computer program to give you financial
Well, the investment
information?
machine is just specifically, you put in your cash and it invests it right there in front of you.
We know they got machines. That's how Wall Street works. They have computers do all the trading nowadays.
No, you put your cash in and just it immediately invests it and it immediately gives you your cash back, like with interest. It's amazing.
So wait, is this more than Dr. Gold's cash doubling service?
No, Dr. Gold's cash doubling service is a bit different because you have to actually send the cash directly to Dr. Gold and send it back doubled.
Okay, but this seems like a better values proposition entirely than the cash doubling service.
Well, I mean, Dr. Gold has many different options. Now, cash doubling service is guaranteed doubling. The investment machine is actually a machine that you have to pay for and then invest in it later.
Okay, I guess that... Yeah, and I guess, would this machine work in an area without internet? Or phones?
It does. It requires no internet, no phone line, just the direct cash.
Oh, so that's what that giant obtrusive dish on top of it is for.
Yeah. And,
the Dr. Gold satellite relay.
Yeah, it connects directly to the Dr. Gold network and does your investment.
And it can also target incoming ballistic missiles for the Dr. Gold satellite relays to deal with.
But Dr. Gold also figured out what we were talking about for this bonus episode, and he also is offering the Dr. Gold Assassin service.
I feel like he's already offered that before, but okay.
Well, he wants to make sure we all know about this assassin service. And he hires the best assassins to kill any of your enemies.
Can he hire Golgo 13?
He can, and he has.
How do you know this? Has he hired Golgo 13 to kill us?
Well, no.
No, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't have, like, two guys, the Tree Man and Golgo 13, go after us.
Yeah, well, he hired Golgo 13 to kill Dr. Silver's minions.
Oh.
But Dr. Gold killed Dr. Silver himself with his bare hands.
Do you think it was like fighting the Snake Man?
It was a pretty exciting fight.
What do you know where it took place? Was it like in a factory?
It took place on a water tower.
Oh. Well, I guess that's novel.
Yeah,
I guess there are things for you to hang off of and a ladder to cling to.
Yeah, and I mean, Dr. Silver tried to punch Dr. Gold, but it missed, and it punctured the water tower.
Oh, man! That's actually kind of cool.
It was pretty extreme.
Alright, okay, that redeems me. I think everyone's on board with this now.
Yeah, you can hire the Tree Man through this service, and he will kill your enemies with, his...
He's fucked up, man.
Yeah, he's pretty savage.
One time the Centaur cast us into slavery and interrupted our podcast recording, and the Tree Man just came up from behind and snapped his neck.
It was the most savage thing I've ever seen. I was in shock.
Like, not even snapped his neck, it was like a full 360.
Yeah, we didn't even see the motion of it. We just saw, like, Tree Man, like, approach, move his hands, and then, like, we heard a crack, and then, like, we saw, like, his head was just, like...
We're just not Dead Centaur! Hashtag Dead Centaurs.
Yeah. It was extreme.
Alright, so yeah, spend money on those things.
Yeah, send cash to Dr. Gold.
And speaking of sending cash, you can send us emails.
Yeah,
if you got questions, comments, concerns, foresights, or propositions, email us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com.
We also accept demands, please. Complaints.
And sometimes bargains, but our Dr. Gold contract is kind of complicated about those things.
Yeah, like, if you have bargains, we have to kind of, like, make sure they don't have a conflict of interest with Dr. Gold. We have to make sure they don't compete with Dr. Gold. Or disparage Dr. Gold.
Or give cash to people Dr. Gold doesn't like.
Dr. Gold doesn't like several people. Like, Dr. Gold did kill Dr. Silver, but he still has several enemies.
Like, if you're working with Dr. Iron or Dr. Grass...
Oh my god.
Don't contact us with your business.
Yeah, we
can't. We want to live.
Unless you want to betray them and you have a specific plan to, like, turn on them, we don't want to talk to you.
Like that guy, like all the people, like that guy Golgo was working with.
And if you work with Dr. Platinum, just kill yourself right now.
Oh man, Dr. Platinum.
Dr. Platinum is just...
He's so high and mighty. I fucking hate his attitude. Okay, so, yeah, you can also contact us on Twitter.
No. I have to talk about Dr. Platinum for a second.
Okay. Also, we're not answering emails since this is a bonus episode.
Yeah. So, Dr. Platinum... Remember when Dr. Gold came out with the money doubling service?
Yeah.
You know what Dr. Platinum did?
A money quadrupling service?
He did that. He literally came up with a money quadrupling service. And it's a scam. It's a scam. He does not quadruple your money. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I heard he just had you, like, get money from other people and they get money from other people?
Yeah, it's called a Dr. Platinum Pyramid Plan, and it's...
Oh man, fuck that guy.
I mean, he's the worst. He's garbage.
And you know what? Fuck Golgo 13. But but I mean literally. I would rather fuck him than anyone else in this, than any of the women in this movie.
Yeah,
probably because he's the only person with agency. There's your feminist perspective.
Thank you. We needed that.
Okay, so yeah, you can contact us on Twitter at Stairmaster2 or at Crackling Kiorein, spelled 2 Ks. instead of 1K.
If you can spell that, I'll give you like a Dr. Gold seal of approval.
Also, you can find us on the freaking Awesome Network, where Swanson writes a ton of reviews.
Yeah, you can find Swanson on there.
And this podcast.
They've
got merchandise. They got stores. They
have shirts, I think.
Yeah. Maybe they'll have shirts of us if you hashtag We Want Stare.
Yeah. Wait, us or you?
Me. I'm kind of like the mascot, Keo. You're like the everyman.
Oh, I'm just the regular guy.
Yeah. Well, that's, people can relate to you. Unlike me.
I'm a great guy.
Yeah. That's why you're the second guy and not me.
Yeah, you're the third guy, and that's why you're in shackles. Look at you.
I blew my shot on that episode of Taste Turners. Mother of God. That was awful.
You messed that one up. I don't even remember what happened, but I'm unhappy with you and your performance.
Yeah, I deserve death. But anyways, I
can kill you right now if you want.
But if you do that, I'll be free from the podcasting curse.
Oh, and I think Swanson might be mad at me. He might kill me.
Okay, so also you can find us on Zesty Aroma, where we have plenty of fresh articles.
We have lots
they
of
smell
good.
Content. They smell good.
Yeah, sometimes what I do to get people to go to the site is I open up the vents and just let that aroma just waft out, and people show up.
If you're over inundated with all the content on Zesty Aroma, you should read the Could You Be a Train article. That's my favorite, personally.
It's a pretty good one.
Okay. What else?
Also, I want to make a comment about what Swanson did one time.
Uh-huh.
I was walking down one of the hallways of the studio, right?
Yeah.
Swanson's, waiting for me, right?
Did he have a gun?
No, he had, a little, wire.
Hmm?
He garroted me.
Oh!
And, I was, right before I passed out, he, pushed me away, and he was like, see, I could kill you anytime.
Well, to be fair, it is true.
Yeah, so I don't really want to cross him.
Okay, I feel like we're forgetting something. Oh, we have a sister podcast, the Sandler Cast.
It's called the Sandler Cast. Next week we're going to be watching a movie.
Don't mess with the Zoolander.
That doesn't sound very good. Is it good?
Or maybe it was We Bought a Zoo. I don't think but the chances are it's not good.
Okay, let me quickly go ahead and consult Wikipedia.
No, I'm pretty sure it's We Bought a Zoo. You don't need to check.
No, I think we need to check.
In fact, if you do check, I'm going to censor it, so you don't. That's host.
Are you gonna beep it out?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did we watch last time?
We watched. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. That was a good one. You should go listen to that if you got free time, and you aren't already. That's honest. That's one of our best works so far. I can honestly say.
Our next film is Don't Mess with the Sohan.
And none of our listeners can hear that.
Thank you for censoring me and disrespecting my freedom of speech.
You disrespected me. You questioned my authority as bonus host.
Oh no, don't hurt me.
I won't, because we need you for the TV Tuners episode that's definitely coming up. Don't worry, folks. This won't interrupt the schedule, unless Swanson's gone. Then there will be a delay, but we're definitely going to watch... We're going to watch the things we promised you.
Wait a minute. Why am I worried about Swanson? I think he's probably dead.
I think it's a cloud.
I guess clouds can kill you.
Yeah, he could strike us with lightning.
Can a single cloud just, make lightning happen?
There's a lot of ways clouds can kill you. Tornado, hail.
Do clouds cause a tornado?
Really powerful winds? That's where they come from. Also flooding.
I can imagine just a cloud just deciding to go over me and just make a really big brick of hail and just drop it on my head.
Well, that does happen to some people. People get killed that way. I forgot the name of it. Well, what I'm saying is don't go outside.
Or bring an umbrella.
No, get one of those. You gotta get that arm shield that Gold had. To protect you.
Alright.
Okay.
I
think we're done. No, there's something. I think I had something else to say. How does?
Were you going to talk about the feminist agenda?
No. Fuck, I can't remember. Okay, we told him that there would be a TV tournament and we'd watch the things we promised. We told him about Sandler Cast.
Yeah.
We plugged.
Yeah.
We did the sponsorship.
Yeah.
But something is missing.
We didn't do our after recording little stupid lines from Sonic.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Goodbye.
But wait.
Say bye, or then we can't stop recording.
Bye! Bye, please. Let us be free.
It's over.
I found him. Mission completed.